Hey
everyone! Welcome to episode number Ocho. The Ocho of Aches and Gainz with Doc and Donnie. I am Dr. Hayes Estes, Doctor of Physical Therapy, Premier Physical Therapy. Donnie! What's up?
I lift weights. Pick them up and put them down. That's really it.
That's it. Donnie, what's going on?
I'm having fun, man. I'm looking forward to shooting this episode because it's a controversial one. So I always love my controversial stuff. And
Good.
I hope I lose the debate. I don't know what the debate is, but I hope I lose it because then I learn.
Speaking of controversy, ready for this?
No, I'm ready.
I know. I always make you nervous.
I really don't know what he's ever going to say on this stuff. I promise you that. This is all new. I'm learning it when you learn it.
Donnie, what's your favorite conspiracy theory that you believe in?
That I believe in? I mean, the one I believe in is the JFK one. It was definitely an inside job, for sure. But I'm not a huge in conspiracy theories. I usually go with reason, ration, facts. It's really out there. Maybe I'm the conspiracy theorist for believing in reason, ration, and facts. But, yeah, I would say the JFK one, man, there's no way that was a one-man job from all the way up there. That was an inside job they wanted, and they did it. And they got away with it.
All right.
Yeah. How about you?
No, that was it.
That was it? All right. So there was two shooters for you? No?
So I saw this documentary once. I'm sure it was back. I think it was on like the Paramount channel.
Oh yeah, that's always the good ones there.
Yeah. Channel 1900 on DirecTV. Yeah. Where it was a mistake. Where one of the Secret Service agents on the car behind, he had a long rifle that he's carrying, and he slipped on the car, and the rifle went off and took out JFK.
Perfect shot.
Yeah. It happened to go right into the back of his skull.
Cranium. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. They had a lot of compelling evidence, as they normally do.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I kind of enjoy it. Many reasons I brought this up really just make you nervous. But what I don't understand are the flat earthers. Maybe we just lost a bunch of subscribers because we're on YouTube.
Maybe. What were they trying to watch by looking at us? Like, what were they searching? Went from flat earth
I don't know. We're gonna throw off the algorithm right here. Make sure we put
tag flat earth.
earthers.
This will be our most viewed video by far. Angry. Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it. My one question: what happens if you just keep walking? Do you just fall?
Where does the sun go?
Is the sun flat?
Yep.
What happens?
Wait,
when it's low tide here, where does the water go?
Does it tilt as the water goes to one side? Does it go back and forth?
Is this
a pinball game?
Yeah. Are we like a float in a pool? The physics doesn't add up to me. I don't.
Is the moon flat?
There's so many questions. So that's my favorite conspiracy theory that I definitely don't believe in. And people have a lot of free time. I think people have too much free time on their hands. And
how does one become a flat earther? Like, do you start off like going, the Earth is flat, I'm going to research it, or do you like come out start reasonably? I'm going to research conspiracy theories. And then 3 years later, you're out there holding picket signs, going, "The Earth is flat." Where's the transition?
I don't know. Maybe it's school. There's some school out there.
Do they want to be heard? Like, I'm going to pick something that people will make fun of me. I don't know. Let's just move on.
Yeah. I mean, listen. The one thing the flat earthers had going for them was Kyrie Irving, and then unfortunately, like a month ago, Kyrie came out and said that he was mistaken himself. So, flat earthers, there goes your one celebrity.
I mean, but I miss the days on Facebook where we just made fun of flat earthers, and now all this stuff. Now we're making fun of each other. Like there was a common, like, everybody got together, and like now we're all divided. So let's go back. Let's make Facebook flat Earth angry again.
Maybe we can unite this country and let's just start making fun of flat earthers.
Let's do that.
Yeah,
let's do that
on both sides.
Because I don't think it takes too much reason and ration to understand that that's probably BS.
Yeah,
I mean, Doesn't matter what side you're on. Even Joe Biden could probably go, yeah.
Christ.
What was I going to say?
I don't know.
Teleprompter. Oh, yeah. Flat Earth is bad. All right, let's move on. All right.
All right. Go vote. God. So speaking of controversy, today we're going to talk about fatigue. So the impetus for this episode, I came across an article in the Frontiers in Psychology journal. I know you subscribe.
Long-time subscriber.
That essentially that fatigue is a brain-derived emotion that regulates the exercise behavior to ensure the protection of whole body homeostasis.
Ooh, that word homeostasis.
Got it?
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Essentially, fatigue, it's all in the brain. So, go for it. Are you tired right now?
I'm a little tired right now. But that's all perceived in my brain. It's not real.
Yeah. So
let's talk about this. Let's talk about it on a non-lifting. Let's not talk about athletics. Let's talk about like stressful situations. Let's say we talked about this before. Special forces, a military application. All right, so they train, especially when you get higher up in the tactical levels. There, they train your body to overcome the desire for the need for sleep, and they can. You absolutely. They've got guys going 48, 72 hours without sleep and still functioning at a decently high level. However, there's always that plateau. It always drops off. So I think what they're saying there is to a point. And for most people's application, they're not wrong because if we didn't have, imagine that they never got dark out, and we weren't used to the rotations of sleep cycle and kind of stuff. Imagine living in Alaska, but it was perpetually like that in the summer. Would we be as would 8 hours be as necessary for us to feel like we were sustained? Now, I'm not knocking the science that says sleep is beneficial for the body for recovery and moving on, but sustaining the body, we kind of almost get to the point where the sleep is a habit and not a necessity a lot of times. So, I mean, that's kind of what I feel about that. That's to a point. And then you hit that point and all of a sudden, all bets are off. You're going to crash. Your body does require it. It's either going to, and unfortunately, the Nazis did a study on this back in their way about how long a person could stay up without sleep. And these people did either die of causes of their own body or committed suicide because of going insane. So
I think to the latter point, not that I want to talk about Nazis that much on this podcast.
For sure.
But that kind of goes into what this article is saying. And so this article does specifically look at exercise and fatigue when you're exercise and kind of, hitting that point, of training. And you're like, man, I got, I'm doing deadlifts. I got my 80% max on or my 95% one rep max on there. I'm tired. I just barely hit the last lift at 90%. I don't know if I'm going to hit this today. And so what the proposed theory is that the nervous system regulates exercise, and the nervous system is what sends these signals of fatigue to essentially preserve your body and make sure that you don't die when you are exercising.
Sustaining is what your body's number one function.
Yes, yeah.
Live for one more day.
And so the whole point of this exercise was looking at, well, why do some people perform better than other people? Why do some people say they don't have fatigue and other people do have fatigue? So the idea of predicting, superior human performance, that it's based. The idea that is based solely on the body's known physiological functions is a faulty one. That there are many other factors in play when it comes to performance. And so if we just look at physiology, it fails to factor in things like motivation, factor in like the subconscious and conscious decisions that winners and losers make on the field of play. And these things are probably the ultimate determinants of performance. Yes, physiology is important, but and there is this missing component over here that's up in the meat dome.
Yep.
That we got to take a look at. So I mean, I know that there are days when you come in and you're like, man, I don't feel like doing this today. Why do you think, what happens when you get, what leads you to get
What
to
are the factors in that one?
Yeah.
I mean, let's
Your
look
personal
at it.
experience.
Let's go. I mean, obviously, you're fueling, nutrition, hydration. Those things are going to be paramount in that. They're going to lead you to that point. You can take your pre-workouts all you want. They're going to create a false sense of hype. But the reality of it, when you go to it, you may still be fatigued. I think that has more of a say than fatigue itself. And I do that. I say that anecdotally because I've been in places where I've come off of a bad night's sleep and a long day's work, and I came into the gym and hit it hard and did really well. Mm-hmm. And then there's days when everything else would have been perfect, and you come in here and just maybe I didn't eat enough or some other thing. So I don't think that's purely based on fatigue. And obviously your science and everything that proves that. Now the question is, what is it? Well, that's a little harder to answer, not easier.
Yeah.
Because there's so many factors that go into a play, especially when you add in the brain and the cognitive aspect of doing something at a high level. Doing something, exercising. We can walk. If I ask you to walk while you're tired, you can figure out a way to get it done, no problem. If I ask you to hit a 95% deadlift while you're completely fatigued, you may have a little bit of issue with that. So it's the answer is I don't know, and I don't think we really know definitively. We can do the studies, we can show the stuff, but we can't really get inside of the brain and see exactly what's causing this.
Yeah,
they do know that they can expand someone's capacity to mentally push on by training it. Simple as that.
Yes, agreed. So I think that's your proving the point is that this is more of a mental or psychological factor than it is a physiological one. Mm-hmm. So I this is definitely going to prove my point. I played some of my best rounds of golf when I went out and I'm just hungover. I'm hungover because so by definition I have not slept well. My nutrition is not on point, and I get out there and I see 3 golf balls. But what happens is I have and I love this line. A great movie. Well, 90% of a great movie. Holy crap, Perfect Game.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what the hell is he going? Am I going to pick up here? Am I going to have to?
I'll wrap it. I'll bring it. I'll bring it.
Beep.
Clear. There's a line that Kevin Costner keeps saying before he pitches. He says, "Clear the mechanism," and it's like a mental kind of like light switch. And so like I get out there on the golf course. I'm not thinking about anything else because I have just depleted everything else. The only thing I'm thinking about is see golf ball, hit golf ball.
Yep.
And I go out there and I play well. So
let the body take over.
Yeah, I just kind of let it happen. Clear the mechanism, and so we know that the fatigue again it's driven by the psychological, and so human performance cannot be boiled down by just pure physiological components. So otherwise, if it was, then
easy.
It would be easy. Exactly. What would happen if exercise is purely regulated by cardiac output? Well, I would just stop exercising when my heart stopped.
Simple as that.
Like there it is. Yeah. I've exercised as far as I can go.
Unfortunately, that goes against the body's protective measures of staying alive.
Yeah. So symptoms of fatigue wouldn't be necessary. Why? So why do we experience symptoms of fatigue? Well, it's our brain saying, "Hey, let's maintain everything here. Let's not die today.
Absolutely.
We'll live.
Why do we sweat? The body wants to stay cool.
Yes.
There's all these protective mechanisms.
Yes, exactly. So the newer model is that exercise is not limited by a failure in homeostasis in key organs like skeletal or cardiac muscles, but rather regulated in anticipation, specifically to ensure that no biological failure can even occur. So your body's not going to die, at least in healthy humans. Let's put it that way.
Yep.
And so, and this originates within the central nervous system. So I talk about this because I also want to talk about overtraining.
Yes.
And is overtraining a thing? And what can we do about it? And the short answer is that yes, overtraining is a thing, and it's essentially you talk about training your body to be able to function in a state of fatigue or sleeplessness, depravity, and that essentially is kind of like the same thing that happens with overtraining. Is that these athletes ignore all these signs and they go, nope, got to keep going.
I have a goal.
I have a goal. I got to keep going. So there have been studies that show up to 28% of Olympic athletes have attested to overtraining. Olympic athletes. These are the people at the highest level of competition, and over a quarter of them overtrain. So if these people can't recognize when they are doing too much,
Weekend warrior.
Yeah, weekend warriors definitely not going to recognize it.
Yep.
So this is now kind of going into, hey, let's recognize when we're overtraining and what can we do about it. So, Donnie, tell me if you've ever had any of these things: sore muscles all over, dehydration, heavy feeling in your legs, upset stomach, nausea, diarrhea. Hey, Pepto-Bismol. Difficulty falling asleep, restless sleep, a loss of appetite, feeling tired, a lack of interest in everyday tasks, short-tempered, not you, difficulty concentrating, definitely not you, difficult to remember things, definitely not you.
Feeling like there's a little bit of shade coming this way.
Emotionally unstable.
God.
Donnie, do you feel like you overtrained? Or have overtrained at some point?
Of course I have.
Yeah.
Of course I have.
Same.
Of course I have.
Same.
Absolutely.
So what have you done? Like you hopefully you've obviously have recognized it.
Yep.
What did you do to correct it?
Well, there's this term that people use it as funny because as soon as I say it, they're going to get people that roll their eyes and people that go, oh, yeah, deload. Oh, yeah, yeah, exactly. So deload week is where you go, okay, I've recognized that I'm fatiguing. I don't want to stop training. I'm just going to knock my percentages down, do similar exercises to keep the routine going while not fatiguing the body in theory. So I do believe in a form of deloading. I definitely believe in a form of resting a certain lift. I won't do a full deload most of the time. If I'm feeling fatigued in one lift and not in the other, something like that, a lot of times that has to do with that particular muscle group or whatever. I'll back that off. There's no need for me to back off the entire body unless I'm experiencing many of those symptoms all at once. And then at that point, be like, okay, at that point, I'll take a week or two off completely, where I won't even step foot in the gym. Move, make sure I'm walking, this kind of stuff. But then this is all when I'm in competition mode. I will add in a week or two where I just don't touch anything. And then, surprise, Hayes, when I come back, I feel fantastic. And I'm stronger. It's crazy how that works because I'm rested, recovered, and ready to challenge myself
and
again.
You maintained your gains?
I know, right? I didn't lose at all. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, that's probably because you had about 10 meals a day.
Yeah, and all that testing.
Yeah. So overtraining is like a long-term issue, and is actually like hormonal imbalances and damage to your thyroid, your hypothalamus, your pituitary glands. Chronic fatigue leads to inability to recover. Actually, wake up leads to decreased testosterone, osteoporosis, decreased dopamine levels. So these are things that we need to address. Otherwise, they can have serious detrimental effects to your livelihood.
Yeah, not even just in the gym. Your entire life.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you some quick tips from a doctor of physical therapy about how to reduce overtraining, how to reduce the incidence of overtraining. So how many days a week do you work out?
When I'm training, 3 to 4. Yeah.
3 to 4 days. Wait, you don't work out 7 days a week?
Oh, no.
Look how big you are.
Man, I rest more than I train for sure.
Are all of those days a 10 out of 10 intensity?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
What? You only work out 3 or 4 days a week and not every single one is a 10 out of 10 intensity?
Absolutely.
Unbelievable, Donnie. You call yourself a national champion power lifter. You don't believe it. So, yeah, weird, huh? So, okay, if you want to work out 6 days a week, okay, let's only make 4 days heavy,
Super
intense days. 2 days are light days, and guess what? That doesn't add up to 7. There's a 7th day where you do absolutely jack shit.
We want to go back on the West
Leave it
Side
out.
stuff as well. Yeah. Beep. Yeah, the West Side, dynamic versus max effort.
Yeah.
Crazy. They were training similar, almost the same exact exercise.
Yeah.
One was at 60%, one was at 85, 90, 95%. Wow, crazy.
Mind
Yeah.
blown. Do something new. Vary it up. Change it up. Do you do? You just said it. You don't do the exact. Do you do the exact same lift every single time you come in here?
No, absolutely not.
Weird.
In fact, you do. Sometimes when you're training for powerlifting, I have to, train the squat. But I will vary it bar. I'll go from safety squat bar, camber bar, that kind of stuff. The movement is what we're training, not the bar.
Yep.
The movement is what we're training.
Exactly. We talked about sleep. You gotta sleep. Now, some people need a little bit less than some other people, but the whole point is you got to get to that deep REM sleep because
I'm a big proponent of the circadian rhythm, and for people who are my size and bigger, if you're 230, 240 pounds and you have an 18-plus inch neck, you really need to get a sleep study. Because if you're not sleeping well, if you're having sleep apnea rhythms in there and you're having some instances, wow. I'm not even the one anyway.
Wait,
you need to have that checked because that will affect your ability to get into REM. And if you can't get into REM, you're not recovering.
No.
Plain and simple. Simple as that. You may think you're not sleeping. You may get used to whatever you think you're calling sleeping, but you're not.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So the REM sleep is when your body produces growth hormone, which, lo and behold, helps with injury recovery, repairing everything that you've done from the damage of training.
Yep.
So get some sleep. Go to sleep. Naps count.
Absolutely.
Hey, I'm an old fart. Every single day, I take a little power nap at lunch. Every single day.
I think you took a nap during this show.
That might have been. Who knows? And lastly, monitor your mood. So if every single time you come into the gym, like you are pissed off, that's not the best way to train.
No.
There's a time and place where you can get angry at the weights, and trust me, don't get me wrong. I've used it. Again, I've talked in previous episodes about like my training kind of being my safe haven, my place to kind of clear everything.
Your drug of choice. Yeah.
But if every single time you're coming to the gym, you are just absolutely pissed off and you're ready to hurt yourself, hurt someone else, you need to take a step back and examine what's going on to lead you to be there.
Absolutely. There's so many bigger issues there that you need to address.
Yeah. So this is like 3 episodes in a row.
I don't know.
Deep.
We're just going too far.
I don't know.
We need to make a fart joke or something. I don't know. I feel
this
like
episode is brought to you by Zimbalta.
That was even a deep fart joke. Nice job. All right. Let's move on.
We're open for sponsors, by the way.
Yeah, please.
All right.
Don't you want to be a part of all of this?
Shut up. It's time for everyone's favorite segment of the show.
Just yours, apparently.
Dispelling bro science. Myths.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Or pet peeves.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Donnie, we have a debate. We have a debate to settle. Should stringers
No.
be allowed in the gym? I yield to you, sir, to start.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to say there's a few qualifying events similar to, and oh boy, I might get in trouble by saying this. I don't care. When have I ever cared? Women in spandex. All right, there's some qualifying things that you need to understand before you don the spandex, and the same thing for the guys in the gym. And for some reason, majority of the guys that wear stringers are in their twilight years for some reason. I don't understand that, but we'll step back from that. A stringer, for you people who don't know what a stringer is, it's the tank top that literally is just a string that comes down, shows everything. It has a little bit there, but majority of the body is being shown, and this is to satisfy the gyms that require you to wear a shirt. But for people that don't want to wear a shirt, it's technically a shirt. There we go. I believe some like Planet Fitness, they've outlawed it, but then again, they don't like anything that's remotely related to health and fitness. So, stringers.
Planet Fitness, we don't want your sponsorship.
We really don't, absolutely. In fact, you could pay us not to talk about you. How about that? So the stringers, here, let's do a skin to hair ratio here. All right. If there's a 90% coverage of hair over your skin, you are not qualified to wear a stringer. Okay. If you are, let's say, and I follow this. If you're 20% body fat as a male, maybe 25% more, you're not qualified to wear a stringer. Okay. If you have pepperoni style nipples as a male and they're hanging out, you are not qualified to wear a stringer. Now, for guys that are bodybuilders and they want to show off for some reason.
Wait. You know, which side are you arguing? I thought this was a debate.
No.
No, it's not a debate?
No. Oh. Okay, you going to tell me what's qualified to do it? You go and tell me, Mr.
All right, you know what? Screw you. Are you confident in your body? Do you care what other people think about you? No, hell no you don't. Wear your damn stringer. Wear your stringer. I want to see it. Flaunt it. You're confident. Go to the gym, be comfortable, be who you are, lift damn weights, wear your stringer. All right? Enough said. I think I dropped the mic. I won.
All right, man. So
I don't care about how much hair you have.
Nowadays with body image stuff, now if I say anything, I'm also automatically an asshole, like from then on. So I could say nothing but, you're right, Hayes, I've been enlightened. Thank you for teaching me the ways of not body shaming.
All right.
Is that satisfying?
Here's the only time. I don't. I guess it wasn't really a debate. We just kind of talked about it. Unless we're reenacting the scene from Along Came Polly, where Ben Stiller takes a mouthful of chest hair and sweat, and then
gross.
Definitely got COVID. Then
that's patient one.
Then that's probably the one time where that guy maybe he should have worn a shirt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So. Okay, don't go licking the nipples of someone who's wearing a stringer, but let them free the nip. Free the nip!
If you get in a pool and your hair looks like sea urchins, that's not okay. Don't wear a stringer. Okay? You know what's right and wrong. You know.
I think we've gone on.
You know this. Do the right thing. Put the t-shirt on.
I don't know what the conclusion is. You're telling me that
I'm gonna get some angry we're gonna hate, and I'm okay with that. It would be some sort of response. Somebody
we have like 15 people.
Thumbs down this one if you'd like.
No, you definitely don't do that. You can share it. You can share it and be angry about it because that still ups the algorithm and still gets us exposure.
So we don't thumbs down. Okay.
Don't thumbs down.
You can thumbs down in your mind.
Yeah. I mean, you put a comment, and one of us will respond. Probably Donnie because he has nothing better to do. So, yeah, I'm fine with a comment. Just don't thumbs down. Don't thumbs down.
Okay, don't thumbs down.
Wear that stringer. You know what I'm talking about.
You know what? Screw it. Wear it. I don't care.
All right.
Done.
I think we solved it.
Yeah. Please don't send me hate mail.
On that note, Donnie! Where can people find you on the social medias?
The social medias.
Social medias!
Yeah. Yeah, we're on Facebook. See what I'm doing there? This is the most popular thing to do now is you just space out and come back. All right, cool. On Facebook, Strength and Performance Institute. On the grams, Instagram.com/Donnie Kiernan. Also, if you're in the Tampa Bay area, this thing will be coming around right about the right time. Tampa Bay Strongman Classic. Coming up October 24th, 2020. Valor Fitness. Be there. Be a bunch of strongman athletes. Do some cool work. This guy will be there.
We'll be there. I will be there. We are sponsoring the event. It's a great event. Would love to see you there. October 24th, like Donnie said. I am Dr. Hayes Estes, owner of Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance here in Clearwater, Florida. Type that into the Facebook, and Mark Zuckerberg will tell you where to find it. We are also on the Instagram at Run.
Oh, jeez. Now you got to do the...
Oh, wait. Do we have to pay for that? We are at Run Tampa Bay. Don't pay for anything.
You don't got to pay for that one.
All right. Episode 8. Ocho. Out.
We're out.
I mean, they keep getting better.
They do. I mean, I keep getting better. I don't know about you, but I mean, I'm like old cheese, but somehow turns into blue cheese, and people use it to put their wings in. That's me. All right. You think it's gonna go bad, and then it gets better right away. Yeah. I don't know about you.
We crushed that.
You're just like a stinky fart that just dissipates. It starts out really potent and then just goes away.
Wait, what? What are you saying?
I have no
bullshit.
idea. I have no idea.
Fuck you.
You would think that
I kept this train going. I'm the damn talent.
It's medium shirts.
Oh, God.
Listen, I feel like that's a personal attack.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Good. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Hydrate. Hydrate. Wait, hang on. Hydrate.
Right. Yeah, hydrate. Is that what you call that? Oh, man.
Ready? Scene. What episode is this?